Let's start our time together by just dropping in first to ourselves. So you can place your hands on your body in any way that feels supportive for you. And just feeling for the contact of your hands on your body. And just noticing what is present at this time for you. And as you drop in, it might support you to move a little bit. Sometimes, right, if there's an impulse to rock, to sway, um, allow your body to express those impulses. And then we'll start this time together by creating a container for our class. And how we do that is we put our name into this shared field. And so my invitation for you is to just, you can place, you can unmute yourself, share your name, your location, and then also naming what's present in your heart. And my invitation as we practice naming what's present is to go to the essence. So use two, three, one word just to name the essence that's present in your heart. And we can do this usually in temple we go around in a circle, but here we're in Zoom, so you can. But we'll just pop in whenever we're ready.
Hi, this is Susan in Huntington Beach.
Hi, Susan.
Hi.
Kay Palmer in Santa Ana, California.
Janice Fish in Portland, well, near Portland, Oregon. Am I supposed to give a word? I felt the word that comes to me is water.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alice Campbell in Decatur, Georgia, outside Atlanta. And my word is love.
Hi, I'm Margaret, also in Decatur, Georgia, and I would say right now, fullness.
I'm Vicki Schulte in Tustin, California, and I'd say I'm open.
I'm Tina Locklear in Anaheim, California, and today I'm peaceful and present.
Greetings, sister goddesses. I am Sharma Ray, and I live on Gabriel Island in Canada, and I'm feeling tender.
I'm Anshi in Decatur, and I'm gonna go with Margaret. Full, grateful, gratitude. So thank you for all of you for showing up to spend this time to cultivate stillness, to cultivate presence. So for today's practice, I designed it so that we don't need a lot of props for the movement piece. But, if you have props, please have them handy to make yourself extra comfortable. And we'll also do journaling. So journal, a pen handy. And then if the Zoom tech gods work out, we'll also have a little breakout time where we practice sacred listening and sacred speaking with one other woman. And so we'll just go with the flow and see if we get to that dyad. But for now, we're going into the movement piece. And everything that I designed today is it's about attuning to our nervous system, nourishing our nervous system. So rhythmic movements and titrating between movement and stillness so that we start to become to feel safer, right? As we drop into the stillness. So we'll get started in sitting. And I'm gonna come back here and let me set. Okay. Before come onto the floor in a comfortable sitting position. And before we start, just dropping back into yourself. And your nervous system is always communicating to you in terms of the physiology, in terms of your breath, the pace of your thinking, the level of tension that you might experience in your body. And so it's always moving from a scale on the safety scale, from 10 feeling very safe to 1 feeling, very unsafe. And so just dropping into yourself and take a baseline check, just noticing where you are on the safety scale. And go with the first number that comes to you. So listening to the body. And then we'll start with the first movement sequence. So we'll take the legs forward, and then you can explore just gently rocking side to side. And so you're just allowing a natural rotation in the hips. And then eventually you can let your knees, I'll mirror, you can let your knees drop over to the right side and bend it more so that you're in this deer sit. And we'll come into some spinal movements here. So you can round and pull to extend. And then this is where props can be helpful if you have them. You could also have hands higher up. Okay. So this is the first rhythmic movement as we'll get the spine moving. The next time when you have your head down, we'll uncouple the relationship between the eyes and the neck. So as you have your head down, keep your eyes looking downwardly and then pull to extend your spine, but keep looking down. And then at the very top, when you've reached your full extension, you can move your eyes up. And then keep your eyes looking up as you push and round your spine. try that a couple more times. So you're creating different positioning between the eye muscles and the neck. Once you're done with 3 rounds of that, come back to neutral. And then we'll add in the lateral range of motion to the spine. To your pace, you're finding your side bend to both sides and diversify the angle of your side bend. Also find the pace that feels good for you. And then after you've covered about 3 different positions on the side bend, add in the rotation and the reach. And diversify, you can reach low, you can reach medium height. So inhabiting your full space. Good. And then come to stillness for a little mini check-in. Just noticing how your system is shifting from that first sequence of that deer spinal. So a healthy nervous system, right, is always fluxing, changing with inputs, with the environment. And then when you're ready, let's go into the other side. So we'll go back to the windshield wiper. And then you can transition over to your deer. Find your flexion and extension. And then after a few rounds with that, add in the decoupling of the eyes. So allowing your head and your eyes to move in the opposite direction. So this helps to release tension deep in the neck, and there's a lot of cranial nerves right in that brainstem area that affect our nervous system, and so this can help to release tension, activation in the nervous system as well. And then after 3 rounds, your pace, find your side bends. And then organically flow into your reach and twist, or any other migration that your body wants to do. Maybe your body is like, I want to make some circles with my shoulder, right? So follow your body's prompts. And then make the movements maybe a little slower until you arrive back into stillness again. Just keep tracking yourself with presence, with curiosity. Notice where you are on the safety scale now. And we'll continue this play. So one more movement here in sitting. So come into butterfly. And it doesn't have to be right super close in. And if you need to modify, right, you could just do cross-legged. And we'll do a rocking movement here. So you can lift your body over to one side and rock it side to side. So it could look like this if this works for your body. Or it could be something more subtle, right? It could be like you're lifting a knee and just lowering. It could be you're placing your hands behind you when you're rocking. Okay. So find your expression of this side to side. Hands can be grounded. Hands could be holding legs. And then check back in. Take a breath here. We get to transition and go lie down now. So next sequence will be side lying. And you can pick, doesn't matter which side. If it's comfortable for you to rest on your bottom arm, you can. If you need to modify and support your head with props, you're welcome to do that as well. We're using a push of the top hand. So you're placing that top hand on the floor and just start with a really small little push and just notice how that rocks your body. And you're pushing to create a little rocking motion. You can experiment with moving your hands in different places. You can experiment with how big the push and rock is, the pace. So really trying faster, trying slower, and just noticing what you prefer. And finding that sweet spot between the size and the pace. And throughout this whole sequence, right, you might yawn, sigh, like you might start to feel like you're ready to drip and melt to the ground. So feel free to rest whenever you feel like it as well. Good. And then pause in stillness. Option, you could pause here on the side. If that's comfortable, you could also choose to change positions in the pause. And I invite you to rest in your pause here. Rest your awareness in the heart space. Just feeling the sensations of the heart space. We're transitioning now from the push motion with the arm into a reach motion. So you can place the hands, the top hand on your heart. And you could turn your chest towards the ceiling and then reaching back. And then return the hand to the heart. And then you could also reach forward. And play with this gesture of reaching. And also diversify where you reach. Find a range that's useful, that feels good. And allow your body to migrate into maybe a shoulder circle. And there's no goal, no agenda. We're not trying to make any fancy shapes. Just allowing these movements of reaching to open up the range through your upper body. And then retrograde the movement. Make the movement smaller and smaller. And eventually the movement becomes so small that you arrive back to self, to stillness, and give yourself a pause here. And again, it doesn't have to be on the side. I'm on my back. Welcome and receive yourself in this new moment. You could ask yourself again, what is here? What is present for me? When you're ready, go ahead and make your way over to your second side. And we'll do the push and the reach with the second side. Now, experiment with using that top hand to push and allow your body to be moved from that pushing motion. It could be a fast motion, right? It could be really slow and subtle. It could be a big motion. You can also experiment. So I'm realizing I don't like my head on the other arm as I'm rocking. My head can rock more freely all the way on the ground. find an expression that is soothing, that's useful for your body and your nervous system. And take a mini pause from this push motion. And when you're ready to look at your fingers and look at them as you move into the reach. So choosing to focus on the fingers, choosing to reach, choosing to look at the fingers as you transition and reach forward. And continue this exploration of intentionally directing your attention towards an object. And also finding that range with your reach and play. Find directions, expressions that help to improve your range of motion that feels good in your body. And then migrate into other shapes as you like. You don't have to do the same thing on this side. And then again, scale back the movement. Make it smaller and smaller. And let yourself drip into stillness. Pick a position that feels good for your check-in in stillness. And ask your heart, what is present? What is here right now? Transition onto your back if you're not there yet. And we're going to move the lower body next. So we'll have the legs long and we'll move the left side first. Now feel free to support your body as you need to. So maybe a pillow. Start with just rocking your left leg internally and externally. So you're just rolling it side to side. And again, find the expression that you like. It could be really slow I'm gonna put my left leg on this side. Okay. And then next time when you have the external rotation, you can bend your knee and drag your heel up towards your groin. And then you can stand your knee up. And then allow the leg to draw back out and slide the leg long. And we'll do that a few times. Allow the leg to drop out. Slide your heel up. Stand your leg up. And rock it, open it back out. And elongate your leg. If you want to do a little rocking motion again, you can. Try that a couple more times. And I like the just dropping the leg, just surrendering it into gravity. If for some reason dropping it all the way doesn't feel good, right? You can support the leg in the butterfly as well. Good. Next time when you transition into the position with the knee up, we'll stay up here. And experiment with dropping the knee over to the right, dropping the knee out to the left. So rocking internally, externally here. Allow your head to be swayed by your leg. And then next time when the leg drops out, take a mini pause. And this time, rest your attention in your womb center. So whether you have a physical uterus or not, there is an energetic womb space. So resting into that space and asking yourself, what is present? We'll lift the leg back up and you can hold on to the knee and make a circle with this. It could be more maybe powered by the arm. You can go in the other direction with this circle. And then when you're ready, bend the other knee, the right knee as well, and place the the left ankle above the right ankle. So you're kind of a little bit in a wrap with the ankles, and you're making some sacrum circles here first. And then next time when your legs drift over to the right side, support your right thigh with your right hand, and you're leaning your legs over to the right. From here, experiment with a rhythmic movement of elongating both legs out to the right and bending the knees again. As you elongate the legs, can you allow your abs to like hollow in and lengthen to support you? And then you could bend. And again, you're just finding a reach, a length that feels good. And support the legs with the right arm so that it's passive. Yeah, so it's a twist over to the right. Good. And then coming back to stillness, drop the legs, pause, feel into womb center, belly center, welcoming yourself in this new moment. When you're ready to, we have the other side. So you can start shaking, rocking your right leg side to side. Yeah, or if you're ready to take a nap, you can do that too. Okay, so you're rocking with the external, internal rotation. Allow your head to be swayed. And then next time when the leg is turned out, bend the knee and drag your heel up towards the groin. And then stand that thigh up. And you could even, drop the knee towards the other side. And then drop it back out. Lengthen the leg. Rotate it back to neutral. Rotate it back out. And bend the knee and then stand the knee up. Open the knee out. Explore that sequence a few more times. Feeling the weight of the bones. And just moving on in a range that feels good for you. Next time when you have the knee up, explore rocking it side to side. And you could even drop the leg all the way out. So you find your expression. It could be just a rhythmic rock. It could be a dropping of thigh all the way out and picking it back up. So which movement is more soothing for your nervous system? And then we'll transition into the hip circle here. And let it be supported by the same side hand. And you can go in both directions with the hip circle. And then bend the other knee and pull the other knee up. Rest your right ankle on top of your left ankle and wrap the left foot against the right. Make some hip circles this way. And maybe go in the other direction as well. And then we're exploring a little bit of an exotic, right, twist that we don't usually do. So next time when the legs sway over to the left, take your left hand and put it against your left outer thigh with your elbow down. So you're letting the weight, the bone of the arm support the leg. Okay? And so your legs are just leaned a little bit to the left. And then you explore elongating the legs with that wrap of the feet and then bend. So you're playing with this sense of elongation through your back, through your legs, and you're pulsing in and out of that elongation. Okay. Yeah. Allow your back to be pressed into the ground, right, from that reach. Good. When you're ready, go ahead and return your legs back down and pop. Let go of the weight of your legs, and again, receive the stillness, receive the support. I'm just observing what's present here in your belly center, womb center. So it's part of the body that we don't usually inhabit. Last movement before we take our long rest is the it's like pumping your feet. So you're telling like you're pressing into the gas pedal with both feet. It's like a little flipper action, and it creates a shaking motion for your whole body. We'll do this for about a minute. Allow your head, right, to be moved by this movement in your ankles. And then release the movement. And you can segue into stillness. And so this will be the long one. We'll rest for about 10 minutes. So I invite you to make yourself extra comfortable. And so give yourself more support, more warmth, cover your eyes. So warmth, darkness, softness. When you're ready, you can place your hands on your body. And welcome yourself in this new moment. Notice where you are on the safety scale now. Your time, your pace. Whenever you're ready to transition, you can make your way onto the side first. And we'll segue from here into our journaling practice. Um, and if you need to take a break before, you're welcome to take a bio break as well. The journaling prompt is very simple. And it's to the question. The question is, what is essential? And I'll give us 7 minutes since, just for the bio break and also the journaling. So, what is essential? And so you're just writing like free write, just whatever comes to mind, like what is essential, and just keep asking yourself that question, write an answer, and then once you feel like you're complete, pause, ask yourself that question again, pause, and then just write. Now, what is essential? And we'll explore this inquiry in a different format. So oftentimes when we write, a different part of our brain kicks in and we connect with others and we speak and we talk, and other aspects of our intelligence kicks in. So this is what we're going to explore in our pairs. So I'm going to create a breakout room where you'll be paired with another woman. And the invitation is for us to deepen this inquiry with speaking and listening. So, one woman will speak at a time. So the one woman will ask the question, "What is essential?" And then the other woman, like the invitation is to drop back in, like we did the practices of like dropping back into our body and attuning to our body. And so that's the invitation, is like, can we trust and just drop into the body and then let the words come out from there, right? Because we're usually, when we talk, when we're in conversation, we tend to already, like, we're already planning what we're saying. And so can we develop this trust in that innate intelligence? And so it's totally kind of fine to pause. And so whoever's the speaker can stay speaking for that duration. And then whoever is the questioner, when the woman pauses, let her pause. And then you could sporadically, ask the question again to just stimulate her speaking. And then, so we'll time it. And we'll give each woman 2 minutes to practice speaking, and the other woman practices listening and just asking the question. Is that clear? I think we're all muted. But if you have any questions about the practice. All right, so let's hope the Zoom gods work. I'm going to do the breakout room. I think there's 7 of us. I won't participate. So we want 3. Sweet. Oh, and everybody will have 2 minutes. So I'll let you know when the time's up. Huh. Hi, Kay.
Hi.
How did I get to be in a room?
I haven't done, should I hit join?
Yes, hit join.
Okay.
Yes. Where is everybody? Weird. For a
I'm
minute
back. I'm back.
there, I thought I lost everybody.
No, I'm here.
So let's place a hand on our heart, a hand on our bellies. Just noticing what's present for you now. And like we did at the beginning, we can do popcorn style and we can put our words into the circle.
Full and happy.
Hope, peace,
Trust,
Gratitude, relaxation,
connection.
I have a lot of, I have many C words. Collect, connection, collective connection, catalyzing change and celebration.
Wow. Here we all go. My whatever logical brain isn't on right now.
Hey.
Kay, did you go?
Yes,
What was your word?
trust.
Oh, okay, yeah, I think the sound kind of got a little beautiful. Thank you to Janice for her music and her support. She's a dear friend of mine from many women's circle trainings and retreats that we've either taken or supported our teacher together. And she is also the one who I was actually one of her practice clients. She introduced me to the nervous system reset work. And actually a couple of you have done it. So yeah, so she's a huge resource. She's also an amazing yoga therapist, and I wish she were closer to one of you because yeah, I received some sessions in Portland, and it's really amazing work. And I hope everybody has a wonderful New Year's, and we'll continue the restoratives in the new year, but I'm not exactly sure if it's going to be the first week or the second week. And then also with the nervous system reset work, it's more of a one-on-one. It's not really what it's the whole class that we did is informed by my study of the nervous system, right? So connection, rhythmic movement, the social engagement system is what helps us, right, to calm our nervous system down. And so all of these practices use that social engagement system, right, that ability to connect with others, to speak, to listen, to be seen, to feel safe. And so if you want to learn more about the nervous system, your nervous system, I am still doing those sessions. My plan for next year is to change it up a little bit. So to probably focus on a particular population. But for now, I'm still offering the basic nervous system package. So if you're interested, we can definitely have a conversation about that. But I appreciate all of you so much for all of your presence in my classes. Some of you for a while now.
Very long while.
It's such a joy to have these this long relationships, and I really treasure it. Have a wonderful holiday. Stay sane, stay safe,
And sober.
yes.
Yes, indeed.
Share what you know, share your wisdom, share your peace with others.
Thank you, Anshi. This was great.
Thank you.
We recorded it as well, so I'll put the timestamps on the movement part. So if you want to redo the sequence, you can just go straight to the sequence.
Good. Thank you so much, Anchi.
Thank you. Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays,
See you
everyone.
next year.
Yes, indeed. It'll be a good one.
Yep.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Bye, everybody.
Bye.